This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here at their go-to guy under center. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for the Niners. 61 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. Flushed out right. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Tarvarius Moore. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
13 yards.
Well, folks, once again, the fireworks have begun to go off before the teams even entered the stadium for this one. You had some overactive fingers on social media, if you will, and that continued to make this one of the most public and personal feuds in the NFL.
And remember back in the day, if you got your...
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Quan Alexander gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Now Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here comes Pettis on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Dissly, incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. And, oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
20, Seahawks 13.
Rosas now to kick this one away. The Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 32.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guy's trying to cover him.
He's got a man, complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
To George Kittle.
A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
This will be caught at about the 6. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Charlie Warner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly.
That's good.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Wilson, 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now it's Carson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Richard Sherman.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And it's been a good game for him to this point, Charles. They're winning on the scoreboard. They got to be feeling pretty good.
And it's always fun for them when they're not just winning on the scoreboard, but they're contributing in a big way. You see him throwing touchdown passes, watching this video here. It's got to be a fun time for him and a relaxed time because nothing is pressing.
Relaxed, cool, calm, collective, all those things describing him right now. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, an 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
To kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Out comes Chris Carson of the Seattle offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
To throw again, Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Quan Alexander able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. They run it with Carson, and he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough, and the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Their own 20-yard line.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Hauschka with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Wisnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The white flag coming out as Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a Steelers, who were able to walk away with the road victory. 17-10, the final score. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. 21-7, the final score. And one more to highlight. A good one on Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time we have to leave the booth. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. It's caught at the 10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the 49ers continue to roll.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
For the Seahawks.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. On the return is Pettis. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, but it's going to be second down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
To Deebo Samuel.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On first down, Carson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
48-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
4-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Being chased out left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there. And in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
Is now to add the PAT. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll look. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Great start to the 2nd quarter, better than 30 yards. Back now in Seattle, Washington. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel. 42 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25.
Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now a dump off here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's good for another Seahawks. First and 10 at the 23.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it'll be second down.
Makes it second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing again. Wilson. His throw incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10.
And 10 yards to go.
Wilson will throw again. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Brings up second and 4 at their 49-yard line.
Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Hauschka now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Wilson.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Russell Wilson sacked.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Now it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. And he is just one reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need. It got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
And out now come the Seahawks. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Here's Hauschka for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it.
Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want